The Color Crew is a group of Minecraft YouTubers who all grew together in their own unique ways. One of the most notable in the group is Boosfer, who was the one to lead the group to where it is today with his former Manhunt series. But what if I told you that among that group was someone with that same potential, that same spark that was unfortunately blown out? Well, this was the case for Boosfer's friend, who was formerly known as Woiz. Woiz appeared early in the rising stages of Boosfer's channel. He, along with the others, brought value to Boosfer's videos, and the more collabs they did, the more their chemistry would grow. But after a certain series of events, he vanished, and not only from the videos, but from the Minecraft side of the internet entirely. So what happened? Well, after combining my knowledge, personal interactions, and the interviews I have had with his friends, I made a complete timeline of his online persona, which explains his content creation journey and how it would ultimately lead to the end of his online career. First things first, we have to take a look at the man who even gave him a voice in the scene. Boosfer is well known in the Minecraft YouTube community, and what made him stand out was his manhunt skills, which were often compared to dreams. Originally, he made a variety of Minecraft content, as he wasn't consistent and was generally testing the waters. However, this consistency changed when he switched to manhunts, because it became a formula for the most important stages of his growth. He even started to have a more consistent friend group. Some of the notable friends include people like Yellowwool, Silver, Bubbo, Kier, Clover, and of course, Woiz. Nowadays, we see the effect that Boosfer had on them, because most of them have started their own channels with their own content. When I saw Kier and Dev's Nether Escape video, I knew that they would eventually become something bigger, except I didn't know that they would be as big as they are today. The same goes for the others as well, as with their growth came their transformations. But among the noticeable effects are the ones that went by unnoticed. A perfect example of this was with Woiz, because the effect it had on him seemed to be the jumpstart of his career. He had gotten that same boost that Boosfer gave the others, and it helped. And for the while that it did, he sure did benefit. One of Woiz's first appearances on Boosfer's channel was the video Minecraft Speedrunner vs 4Hunters rematch. In this video, he would do what he was supposed to: chase Boosfer around, die a few times, make it easy for Boosfer to win until he does something stupid, you know, the usual. Another appearance he made was in the video Minecraft Speedrunner vs 4Hunters but were muted. This time, Woiz was paired with more familiar faces. However, some people had noticed that Boosfer just referred to them as that person, not realizing just how important of a role they would play later on in their careers. And Woiz, seeing how popular Boosfer was becoming, decided to continue showing up in his videos here and there. He even changed his skin to match their color schemes, and this is actually a reason why they're called the Color Crew. Around the end of 2020, some members of the group started making their own content that was related to the group. Woiz did the same, except he searched for a new group to make content with. This was a risky move, because he had to consider the time zone differences, trustworthiness, and many other factors he didn't have to worry about in his main group. Nonetheless, he searched and found some people. One of them actually being me, because around this time, I had been in Boosfer's Discord server waiting for him to blow up on YouTube, and had met Woiz, who needed people for a video of his own. Me, along with him and some other friends, were part of a group chat where we set up times to make videos together. Although this sounds simple, it wasn't, as the different time zones we were all in made it hard for us to record for hours without disruptions. At many times, he just dragged in anyone he could, just so he could get some content out. And as you can imagine, this didn't work out so well. But it was satisfying whenever we were able to actually help him at least get something out there to the public. We also had a similar format to Boosfer's. We were all doing our own thing on our own channels while also being in hopes of becoming something. By the time we planted our feet on YouTube's ground, it was the first month of 2021, the new year. But little did we know, things were going to take a devastating turn. On June 26, Woiz announced his YouTube departure to the group chat. Following this, he deleted all traces of himself on social media. The reason? Well, according to him, people at his school were making fun of the fact that he had a YouTube channel. After hearing that, some of the members tried to get him to stand up for himself, but he humbly declined. He said he would still talk to us because that was something he actually found joy in doing. He also declared that he would be changing his name back to his original one, which was Terran. Not only did he leave his channel, but he also left the Color Crew, simply due to neglect and unfairness. Although we felt bad, we still continued interacting in the group chat because at least we had him there, until things got worse. Because not even a month later, one of the members got into conflict with Boosfer and another member in Terran's Discord server. Apparently, this member insulted Boosfer's Hypixel skills and pinged him twice, which annoyed Boosfer and caused him to leave. He also attacked another member, which got him kicked out of the group chat by Terran. This, along with the inactivity Terran started to show in the group chat, wasn't saying anything good about his situation. Eventually, he just left the group chat entirely, and if that wasn't bad enough, he also just stopped talking to the majority of us for a certain period of time. But months later, he came back, only to disappear again, because by the end of June, he deleted his account due to it being hacked. At that point, there was no way of contacting him on Discord or any of his other social media accounts, because those had been deleted as well. In the end, it just seemed like he didn't care about any of it anymore. But if I were to end it there, most of our questions wouldn't even be answered. So in order to finally get some closure, I interviewed some of the people that I used to associate with. Alright, so the first question is, what do you remember about Woiz?
He was great. He was a funny guy, but one thing that I do remember is he was a big old pushover.
I remember Woiz to be the fun and enjoyable person to talk to. He was one of the first Minecraft YouTubers I've ever met at the time, to be honest.
Okay, I remember a lot of stuff about him. Like, I'm not even exaggerating when I say he used to probably be like my best online friend. Like we would talk like every day, probably for like hours at a time. It was ridiculous.
He was a nice guy. He could kill him in Minecraft or anything. He would like laugh it off. He was great. Not really like a pushover per se, but he never really complained.
Yeah, we talked a ton. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, when I say we were close, I mean like we were really close at the time. Like, he sent me his personal school's YouTube channel, and I watched him play basketball on it. We would hang out a lot, so that was really cool.
Moving on to the second question, do you know what happened between him and Boosfer?
Didn't really know what happened, but it was something between him and Boosfer. I think they got into some altercation about something.
Because Woiz did have a Discord server. Boosfer was in it. I think Lineage was like joking around and spam paying Boosfer, making Boosfer leave the Discord server and just like unfriending Woiz and stuff.
I'm pretty sure they didn't have a falling out, honestly. I'm pretty sure they just didn't start talking as much, right? Because like as he grew, right, like having someone who like no one would really know on his channel doesn't really make any sense, right? Like he's got all these other like big names, and then he's got Woiz, which like, you know, no offense, but he wasn't the biggest name, right? Like Woiz was in a few videos. I know he had a YouTube channel at some point. I know we recorded some videos together at the time. I don't think he has a channel anymore.
Last question is, where do you think he is now?
He's probably living life. I don't want to think that he's just doing nothing right now. He's probably he probably just got tired of social media. Probably got too much stressful for him. So he probably left and started doing his own thing.
Well, I mean, I really have no idea where he could be. I'm sure he still does play Minecraft and other games and stuff, just not on the internet.
Honestly, I think bro's just living life. Like he was pretty good at basketball. He sent me some clips of him playing basketball with his friends, and like I think he just decided that he just didn't want to have an online presence anymore, which like fair enough, man. Like I get it. Sometimes it is a bit much. You know, if you want a scenery change, there's nothing wrong with that, right? But like I don't really know why he deleted his whole Discord account. I think he's just doing school, just being, you know, normal person, right? I mean, everyone outside of, you know, their online lives is a normal person, right? And he's decided to get rid of that online life. People at my school know about my YouTube channel. Most of them like respect me for it usually. It's probably because I have like 1K on Twitch or whatever. Like, I feel like people think when you do YouTube or you do Twitch, it's like only cringe unless you're big on it, right? Like if you're big on it, people respect you. Not saying that like I'm big or anything, but I don't know. Obviously people still like joke around with it. Like I get it, because the same thing has happened to me.
Well, after those interviews, my thoughts were basically confirmed. Even though Taran had distanced himself from his main online friend group, that didn't mean he gave up on the internet as a whole. In fact, he can only be found rarely online. But you know what? That's exactly the point. He doesn't care about being noticed, being in the spotlight, or really being involved in anything major. He knows he could have been something, just as the rest are today, but he decided not to. At first, it may seem like it was because of insecurity, but honestly, to him, it feels better not to be acknowledged as a popular YouTuber. And if you didn't know who he was before this video, then he's certainly doing a good job. The reason I wanted to bring this to light is because while some may be interested in content creation now, will they really see themselves doing this 5+ years later? It's an important question all content creators need to ask themselves. And as for Taran, well, we should already know his answer by now. But yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed this style of content, consider subscribing, because I provide animated narration for each and every video posted on this channel. Also, if you like these .SMP related videos, then let me know. If you have any suggestions for anything you want to see, then join my Discord server and share your ideas there. Other than that, thanks for watching, and have a good day.